Hey there, it's Jimmy again, and today we have a 1987 Toyota Tercel four-wheel drive wagon. These are the ones that kind of look like an ATM machine in the back. But let's take a look at this, because this is the second to last year. The last year was 88 for this style, but they're kind of cool little cars. Sort of brought the fight to Subaru a little bit back in the day. So what is it? Well, it's a Tercel. So this generation Tercel generally became front-wheel drive, except for this obviously four-wheel drive wagon. So starting at the front, pretty traditional Japanese design. Got the giant Toyota four-wheel drive logo right there, still intact. Big plastic or rubber bumpers. Kind of like, this is an SR5 version, which I kind of pretty cool in white with the matching white wheels. Really makes it stand out and pop a little more than usual. So let's walk around here. So you've got these giant rub strips on the side, and you've got these kind of deep rear windows with the Toyota logo in there. And then here's kind of the famous back end, which this kind of does look like an ATM back in the day. We've got another Tercel four-wheel drive logo back there in the bright red. Got the big Toyota logo on top, which was always a cool touch. Unfortunately, the window is broken because something whacked it in the back. But this would have been SR5 logo right there, and then your license plate would have gone right there, and you had the one central Cyclops backup light. And another big plastic or rubber bumper for protection, and sort of relatively high mounted taillights here, not bad. Side marker, more rub strips everywhere. Again, the Toyota logo, speaker in the back. There's the SR5 logo on the back rub strip. Mud flaps, white wheels all around. Pretty cool. So let's take a look under the hood. So this is the same 1.5 liter four-cylinder that was fitted to pretty much every Tercel over here in the US. You'll see, even though it's based on a front-wheel drive design, it is longitudinally mounted, so inline, not transverse, with the transmission right behind it, which is kind of interesting. That's kind of how a lot of the early front-wheel drive systems did it before they figured out the greater space efficiency of the transverse format. Although not everybody. I mean, this actually lends itself to four-wheel drive much simpler than a transversely mounted one does. So there's the engine code, Toyota motor, made in Japan. Pretty cool. A little bit dirty up there, just oil spray or whatever from road dirt. Alternator, lots of belts, AC. So oh, look at this timing belt replacement. Timing belt was replaced in October 2nd, 2000 at 71 or something thousand miles. Obviously not the only timing belt, but let's take a look inside. This one's very cool, and the reason is the early ones got this cool kind of checkerboard seats. That went away after I think 85 or so, and so these are actually pretty sporty design. You've got these cool grip handles here for the rear seat passengers to hold on for dear life when you're going over the mountains. Full instrumentation, and this one looks like 220,735 miles, so that's not terrible at all. It's a stick shift, but what's really cool about this stick shift is it's a 6-speed. So, and it's not really performance 6-speed, but you have a reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have sort of an ultra low granny gear. It's not a true low range, but definitely adds some torque multiplication, and it's really low ratio. And then front wheel drive and rear wheel drive selector. There's no diff, so you have to you got to be careful. It's got to be slippery or icy or snowy conditions, otherwise you will damage the driveline. So it's really not meant to be left in four-wheel drive all the time, just kind of as needed. So here's the, oh, check at that. You've got the AC in there, which, God, this engine put out something like 55 horsepower. It's got to be sort of painful going uphill. You're on I-70 in the mountain country above Denver with the AC on in the summer, but it gets hot, so kind of pick your poison, right? Let's see, you've got everything looks pretty complete up here. You've got a nice headliner with kind of a cool pattern in it, actually. I haven't noticed that before. What else you got? Vents, wipers, rear wiper on off, more vents. That's for the clock reset, tilt wheel. Very cool. Defroster on and off, rocker switch there. Then let's check out the back seat. So pretty roomy back seat, lots of headroom obviously, which is nice. No headrest for the back seat, but these do fold down. So it makes for a pretty big loading area there. Everyone gets their own ashtray, even in the back. And kind of cool old style fabric there. It looks actually very durable. These seats actually look in great shape for, what, 87 model that is 220,000 miles on it. So not bad. Let's look in here. This is the cargo area. The tailgate's jammed shut, so can't open it, but there's a spare, again, with the white painted wheel, which is cool. And there would have been a cargo cover here also, but that seems to be missing. Got speakers in the back. Fair amount of room. So let's go on the passenger side here and see what there is. Open that. Obviously manual window winder, manual mirror. Hey honey, adjust that please. Down, down, or up. Glove box. Just a bin. Radio would have been down there. It's gone. Maybe someone hooked something up. There's a lot of cabling left in there. And well, that's about it. So, but kind of cool little slice of history. These were interesting. Kind of got a little cult following, and end up being good little wagons. So, again, if you liked what you saw and heard, please hit the subscribe and like buttons below. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. I do try to respond if there are questions that I can answer. Thanks a lot.